All right, welcome in everyone to the Dirt Racing Network's live coverage of the National Dirt Racing Association Super Late Model Series. Today from Volusia Raceway Park. We got about 20 cars checked in here for this afternoon's action. I know if you're not watching the Daytona 500, you are sitting here watching the Dirt Racing Network, and we appreciate that very much. Been off for a while. Haven't had these guys since the 1st of February. Maybe the last day of January, whatever the date was, but glad to have them back on the network. Appreciate everybody tuning in, guys. Don't forget your likes, your shares, your follows over on the Facebook pages. Come to the Dirt Racing Network. Click all those buttons. If you're over on YouTube and Twitch, subscribe to the channel. I know last week was pretty sparse in what we had for coverage. Dominic did a great job with everything that he did cover. But I am back after a week in the Caribbean, and I will tell you that I am more happy to be doing this than I am to be home, because I came from 90-plus, sunny in the ocean, to single-digit temperatures, negative double-digit wind chills, and snow piling up outside. So that kind of sucks, but I'm happy to be back with you guys. We're looking forward to covering this one and the race following. We have back-to-backs for you here. These guys are running the super late models here at Volusia right now. They will get out of these cars. I know they're going to the 358 mod, and they will be headed over in the 358 mod to Kokomo Speedway for the second show today. Familiar faces: Logan Roark, Carson Ruark, Josh Kunzbeck, Lucas Ruark, Dustin Sizemore in here today. Garden Cochran. Pretty much the regular Sunday gang here for you. Enjoy the show. Don't be afraid to say hi in the chat. Always enjoy conversing with all the fans out there. Couple of minutes of practice left. These guys will get ready for qualifying. Right here towards the end of the practice session, we'll get ready to do our invocation and national anthem while they're doing their quick drivers meeting and getting everybody ready for qualifying. Full slate this week. Got the 2 shows here, and the 3rd show later with Dominic Dirt Kings. I think they're getting close to wrapping that season up. Then tomorrow night, 2 shows. Dirt Slingers 360 Monday Night Thunder Series. Guys at Cedar Lake for the first time ever in that series. 8 o'clock. And then the Tim Sims General Tire Winter Nationals from Eldora. Round number 3 of that series. About 9:30-ish Eastern tomorrow night. Couple of shows, at least one show on Tuesday that I know of. SSR, NARC got their All-Star 410s. That deal at about 9 o'clock Eastern. And then Wednesday, DSRL on with the Wichita Tire and Alignment Wednesday Warrior Series at 8 Eastern. And then both Dirt Kings and SSR NARC will be on at 9:30 Eastern. And as always on Thursday, the Dirt Slingers Wicked Energy Gum 410 Outlaw Series. So another full slate for you guys this week. It is just about time for us to head down to public address and get our national anthem and invocation out of the way. Drivers are getting ready to clear the track. Here just a couple of seconds for that, so we will let them take it away.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
And now, please welcome Pastor Sam Foley from Port Orange, Florida, to deliver tonight's invocation.
Father, we ask today that you protect and bless those who participate in this race. May they use good sportsmanship and respect for each other. And we'll thank you and praise you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Oh, say Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, fantastic. Invocation and national anthem there, watching drivers take qualifying laps. Right now, Dustin Sizemore on track. Jacob Schmer quickest in qualifying, 17.014. Ben Countermarsh at 17.033. And Colson Cochran, 17.058. Your top three right now. Dustin Sizemore, 8th on his first lap. And quick time, new quick time, 16.896 seconds. Moved that 11 machine to the top of the pylon. A full 2/10. Well, almost full 2/10. Quicker than second place. Dustin Sizemore in the 11 car. Now watching Alan Davis Jr. in the 1 machine. Time running out on these guys. Couple of cars left to go. I don't think Carden Cochran is taking time, but Dixon Slinger and Alan Davis Jr., who we're watching right here. First lap, 17.534 seconds. Make it 17.518 officially. Good enough for 15th quickest. He works lap number 2. 15.181, 11th quick, just off the charts. So right now, Dixon Slinger, new quick time. 16.857 seconds, quicker than Sizemore by about 3 100ths. 4 100ths. So Slinger, Sizemore, and Schmer, your top qualifiers. 2 heat races on tap. Top 4 from each go to the feature. Then we'll get 8 more cars out of your B main. Heat race number 1 on the pole, the 20 machine of Dixon Slinger, and on his outside, the Underdog Racing number 19 from Fort Dodge, Iowa, Jacob Schmer. Row 2 on the inside, the 12 of Colson Cochran on his outside. The Sam's Vending number 11 from DeLand, Florida, Joshua Kunzbeck. Third row, Eric Tupper on the 115 on the inside, the 77 of Alan Davis Jr., which is actually the 1 car of Alan Davis Jr., will be on the outside of that row. Row 4, the Diet Water Team Diet Water number 18 from Cumming, Georgia, Lucas Rourke. And on his outside be Christopher Ledford in the 07. And the back row, Michael Messamore in the 76 and Christopher Reckner, the 27 machine. So 10 cars waiting on the 1 machine of Davis to fill the slot. So these guys can roll off. Hopefully he will make it out there. Hello, Mr. Sick. How come you're not out here racing? I thought this was right up your alley, buddy. Justin Sick, iRacing Photography, in a chat with us. I think he's over on YouTube, it looks like. All right, 6 laps. Top 4 straight to our feature. Guys getting just a little antsy right at the roll off there, in the right rear corner of that 51 machine of Dixon Slinger. Already bent in just a little. 12 car of Colson Cochran got into the back of him right as the lineup started to roll off. Keep our eyes on that 51 and on that 11K on the outside of row number 2. Joshua Koonsbeck, always quick. Hunts the front here at NDRA regularly. All right. Green next time they come through turns 3 and 4. We'll be getting ourselves underway here. Nobody likes a quitter, Justin. Oh, just busting you up a little, buddy. We'll look for you in the next one. All right, pace truck headed to the infield. Heat race number 1 about to kick off right here. Just waiting on Dixon Slinger to find the loud pedal. Green flags in the air. We are racing. Good start for your front 4. Oh, little wiggle. Then Dixon finds the inside wall. He gets moved around a little bit, but he's going to the back. Battle for the front right now. Koonsbeck and Schmer going at it side by side out of 4. Koonsbeck started 4th, has the lead at the end of lap number 1. Jacob Schmer, Colson Cochran, and Alan Davis Jr. started in that 6th spot. He didn't get the run down the backstretch he needed. Lucas Ruart in that 5 machine really got a great run, and he is going to pull alongside out of 4 and take that 4th and final direct transfer spot. Now working on Colson Cochran for 3rd here. Staying down in the bottom, finding plenty of grip down there. Ruark up to 3rd coming out of turn 4. Clear by about exactly 1 car length. Here comes the 51 of Slinger back on the inside. He's going to make a bid to get in the top 4 after his lap 1, turn 1 encounter with the inside fence there. Right in, tucked behind Lucas Ruark, and now has moved around. Oh, contact there between Ruark and Cochran. Cochran trying to keep 4th, and he got Ruark sideways in front of Slinger. We're inside 2 laps to go. Still Koonsbeck out in front of Schmer. Lucas Ruark. That 5 machine sitting in 3rd. There's contact. Dixon Slinger in it once again. Alan Davis roughing him up. We're going to come to the white flag with Josh Koonsbeck out in front. Then Jacob Schmer, Lucas Ruark, and Colson Cochran now has secured the 4th spot as they reach the checkered flag. Those guys going straight to the A main. Everybody else is going to have to work out of the consies and get one of those 8 transfer spots that will be available after heat race number 2. Nine cars scheduled to be in heat number 2. They line up like this. On to the pole, the Speed Inc. Number 23, which is actually the 11th car from Speedway, Tennessee. Dustin Sizemore, and his outside in the 16 is going to be Ben Countermarsh. Second row, inside. Out of Henley, Missouri in the 17, Logan Ruark, and on his outside, Diet Water Racing, number 33 from Ringgold, Georgia, Cannon Cochran. Row 3. The Till Valhalla Racing, a number 5 of Brett Rolls out of Columbia, Tennessee, and on his outside, Camden Johnston in the 6 machine. Your 4th row, Carson Ruark, the 05 on the inside, and the Henry Trucking at number 00 from Newport, Tennessee of Stephen Brady on the outside of that row, and lining up solo on the back row in the 43 machine will be Peyton Anderson. All right, lights off on the pace truck. 6 more laps, top 4 to the feature. Then we'll get the B main in. Quick qualifier. Started on the pole in heat race number 1. Your second quickest qualifier right here. Dustin Sizemore, the 11 machine on the inside of that front row. Going to bring us to the green with Ben Countermarsh on his outside. Pace truck already headed to the infield. Green flag in the air. Heat race number 2 underway. Good start for Sizemore. He got a great jump. 3 wide, back for about 5th. And it looks like the 05 of Ruark is going to pull that spot away. Now 3 wide for 2nd up here at the front. Countermarsh, Ruark, and Rowles. These guys getting at it early. 2 and 3 wide. Now these are transfer spots. Contact there, the 217 cars. Rowles and Ruark. Now Carson Ruark in the 5 taps Logan Ruark, his brother or teammate, or maybe both. Didn't get him too far out of shape. He's going to hang on to the spot. Brett Rowles in this dark black and gray 17R. Now falling back to the 5th spot as Carson Ruark has worked the top side to get around him. Coming down to 2 to go this time. It is all Sizemore out in front. 0.8 of a second right there at the line. Countermarsh hanging on to the 2nd spot. Caution. Camden Johnson. Carson Ruark. Let's see what happened to Carson here. The 05 machine on the top right here. He and Rowles slide job. Pretty good slide job. Got it clear across the nose. Checked Ruark up, and then the 33 car coming in from behind. Did Cannon Cochran really didn't give Ruark much of a break there, and he ends up getting underneath the back of him and turning him around. So, first caution of the day. Green-white checker finish. Sizemore out front. Then Countermarsh, Ruark, Rowles, Cannon Cochran, Camden Johnston, Steve Brady, Peyton Anderson, and the 05 of Carson Ruark. And I think the 05 has already taken that car. I think the rear end got knocked out of that car, so he'll take it in. At least one more pace lap before we go green. All right. Lights should go off on the pace trucker right here. There they go. Drivers should line up single file here since we only have 2 laps to go. They start to do so. Sizemore, Countermarsh, Logan Ruark, and Brett Rowles. Your top 4 right now. Rowles, the pink number 17 there, 4th in line. We will probably keep an eye back there at that spot. That is a transfer spot, direct transfer spot. He's getting a little bumper tag here under caution. Green flag in the air. He gets just turned right there. You saw it live.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
Car behind him just got up underneath him and jacked the tires up off the ground. Before the green flag ever even comes out, he didn't stand a chance right there. He's going to get ping-ponged around here a couple of times. That car heavily damaged. So we get these guys to line it up and give us a green-white checker attempt again. Couple of pace laps here. 33 car now at the back of the line, so EOL penalty for the 33, it looks like. So Camden Johnson, the 6 car, will restart as our 4th direct transfer car. Stephen Brady's in the infield as well. 43 of Peyton Anderson is 5th currently. Then Carson Ruark and Cannon Cochran. All right, lights off on the pace truck car single file, getting ready to restart. Keep our eye back here on this 6 car for these final 2 laps, unless something exciting happens near the front. Little blinky-doo from the 6 car right there, but pace truck headed to the infield right now. And Dustin Sizemore on the throttle, green flag back in the air. Oh, 43 car way out of shape back there. Peyton Anderson really got out of shape. Now he's going to get a little bit of ping pong action. He and Ruark bounced together there. It looks like our front 4 have broken clean away from the field. White flag in the air. So they come through turns 1 and 2 for the final time. Dustin Sizemore, Ben Countermarch, Logan Ruark, and Camden Johnson will be our transfer cars. Rouse, Cochran, Ruark, Brady, and Anderson will join the other non-direct qualifiers in the B main here in just a moment. So B main, 11 cars scheduled, 8. 8 will transfer of those 11, excuse me. It'll be Alan Davis on the pole with Cannon Cochran to the outside of him. Eric Tupper and Carson Ruark in row 2. Dixon Slinger, Peyton Anderson in the 3rd row. Christopher Ledford and Stephen Brady in row 4. Row 5, Michael Massamore and Brett Rawls and Christopher Reckner. Schedule starting back right now. No Chris Ledford, no Brett Rawls, no Michael Reckner. So everyone on track looks to transfer directly through to the feature. These 8 cars just racing for their starting spots. One more time around. B main will get underway. All 8 cars are going to the feature. The race really just a formality. All right, Alan Davis, Cannon Cochran on the front row, ready to go green out of turn number 4. Pace truck headed to the infield, just waiting on the green laundry.
Green.
There's the green flag. B main underway, 6 laps, 8 cars, all 8. Just trying to figure out where they're going to start in the feature right now. Alan Davis Jr. out to the front, but he's got plenty of challengers, Cochran and Tupper. All right, on top of him, Cochran's got the outside, had a fender alongside for just a moment. Front 4 very close. Dixon Slinger now has his right front fender on the inside of Tupper back there. Kind of moved him a little bit. Nothing too aggressive. Moves Slinger into 3rd. He's coming after Cochran here. Pulls alongside into 3 and 4. Quick B main. Very short B main. Alan Davis barely in front of these guys, but Slinger making a run up through the field. He's worked his way all the way up to second. It's the 51 car now clear of Cannon Cochran's 33. Tupper behind that, then Ruark, Brady, Masamore, and Anderson. As Dixon Slinger started to put the nose down the inside of Alan Davis there in turns 1 and 2. Looks like he may get the nose there on the exit of 4. Davis to the white flag first. He has to go to the top shelf, and Dixon Slinger now around the bottom has the lead momentarily. Now pulls way out in front, coming to the checkered flag. Dixon Slinger is going to pick up the win in the B main. Alan Davis, Cannon Cochran, Eric Tupper, Carson Ruark, Steve Brady, Michael Messamore, and Peyton Anderson in that order. They will start positions 9 on back in our A main. 50 laps. Getting ready to go here in just a couple of minutes. Guy's going to get a couple of minutes of warm-up, I think. Jacob Schmer on track. Well, these guys warm up. That'll give us just a second. To show you this.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
All right. Back. Ready for our 50-lap feature. You see Jacob Schmer second quick in this warm-up session. Logan Roark right now quickest, but he is carrying the left front tire on the exits of the corners. Just a handful of cars actually out here making laps. Josh Kunzbeck, one of those guys. Now he is second quickest. Dustin Sizemore. Ben Countermarsh making a few laps. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Don't forget you like, shares, and follows on the Facebook pages. Subscribe over at YouTube and Twitch. 3 shows for you today. Should be back to 4 or 5 next Sunday. Hales Corners Speedway Sim Racing Series getting back on track next Sunday. All right. Practice session over. 50-lap feature on tap for you now. Ready to run down our starting lineup here. Going to be Josh Kunzbeck on the pole with Dustin Sizemore on his outside. the second row, Jacob Schmer and Ben Countermarsh. Lucas Ruark and Logan Roark in row 3. Colson Cochran, Camden Johnson, the 4th row. The 5th row, Dixon Slinger and Alan Davis. Cannon Cochran, Eric Tupper in row number 6. Row 7, Carson Ruark and Stephen Brady. Row 8, Michael Messamore and Peyton Anderson. So 15 cars on track, only 3 not out here. You see a couple, 3 guys not rolling off here. Not sure who did not roll off. It looks like maybe the 1 car of Alan Davis Jr. Yeah, Alan Davis Jr.'s car did not roll off. Some kind of issue for him. He'll have to get that car ready to go here. He's going to probably end up at the back of the field because of that. We'll keep our eye on this car for just a second because they're going to come out of turn 4 ready to go green, and the 1 car still on track. End of the way. Koonsbeck and Sizemore really want that car gone, as they are getting ready to go green right here. This is going to be a quick green-yellow situation, guys. If that car is still there, it is gone. So green flag. Out 50 laps on the board. Koonsbeck slider line in 1 and 2. Can he hang on to the point? Yes, he can. A good surge from Schmer down the back stretch. He pulled alongside and almost got in front of Sizemore. Koonsbeck hanging on to the lead with Sizemore now. Clear of Schmer and making a run on the inside. Oh, Koonsbeck found the outside fence up there. Got into the rough stuff. New leader, Dustin Sizemore. At the line that time, still 3 wide behind him. 5 car of Lucas Ruark down on the bottom. Jacob Schmer in the middle. Josh Koonsbeck on top now. Koonsbeck clears the 2 wide battle, but they're 2 wide for 2 rows behind that. Ben Countermarsh and Dixon Slinger going at it. Slinger pulls alongside Schmer now, goes around when Schmer had problems in 3 and 4. So Sizemore, Koonsbeck, Ruark. Then Slinger, Schmer, Countermarsh now makes a run. He moves into the 5th spot, moves Schmer back to the 6th. These two going to battle, it looks like, side by side here. That's Jacob Schmer, the 19 on the top, Ben Countermarsh, the 16 on the bottom. Good run out of 2 for the 16, and it does not quite have the same drive forward right here out of 4, and Schmer clears him. Now watching Slinger, 3 wide again. Ruark was in the middle. Now he falls back. He's side by side with Josh Koonsbeck is Dixon Slinger. He's working on trying to get second. Sizemore, 9/10 of a second in front of these guys. Pretty much running the exact same line. Almost identical times. As in fact, they were identical last lap. 17.298 seconds for both your leader and second place. Dixon Slinger. This time Slinger about 100th quicker. Gets a little help that time. You saw it. Koonsbeck got the back of him. Slid him out a little bit. That cost him 2 spots. Koonsbeck to 3rd. Ruark into 4th. Now Slinger is 5th. Actually, Slinger is 4th. Excuse me. Jacob Schmer is 5th. 3 wide battle between those same 3. Koonsbeck, Ruark, and Slinger once again. Oh, Ruark found the implement tires on the inside of turn 4 with the left front. We'll see if that car has any damage on it. It really doesn't look bad. Yeah, maybe bent that fender in just a little bit. All right there. We'll go back and get a look at this from the infield. They're in 1 and 2 right here. When they come through 3 and 4, he is trying to keep it as low as he can to find some moisture down there. And he got a little too close to the barrels right there. They do stick out. And they're painted yellow. You can see them there, but sometimes you just can't miss them. So Sizemore, Koonsbeck, Ruark, Schmer, Countermarsh, Johnson, Roark, Tupper, Cochran, and Davis, the top 10 after 11 laps. Still 14 cars on track. Cannon Cochran, Steve Brady, Michael Messamore, and then Dixon Slinger, who was inside the top 5 now. 14th, Peyton Anderson. Off track, Christopher Ledford, Brett Rolls, and Alan Davis did not start the race. Should get lights off on the pace truck. Yeah, everybody should start forming back up here. A double file ready to go back to battle. 39 laps still on the board. All right, the 211 machines. Koonsbeck and Sizemore.
Green flag, green flag.
Still in your front row now. Green flag back in the air. Good restart. Sizemore back to the point again. 3 wide, new player this time. 19 car of Jacob Schmer in the middle. Lucas Ruark on the bottom, and Josh Koonsbeck was on the top. Koonsbeck gets away from these guys with a good run out of 4. Keeping our eye on this battle. Here comes a 6 car of Camden Johnston into the picture, and he's battling side by side with Ben Countermarsh. Logan Roark, 17 right there, trying to work his way in. He goes around on the top side. You saw Schmer was out of shape, lost a couple of spots. Out of the 3 wide battle, now in a side-by-side battle with Camden Johnson in the 6 car. Trying to make the run on the top side down the back stretch. Good run that time out of 4. He clears Schmer into 4th. Lucas Ruark trying to make a run down in here. See if he can get alongside Koonsbeck. Koonsbeck way up on the cushion. Didn't lose much ground, but they are once again almost a full second behind Dustin Sizemore. About to complete the 16th of 50 scheduled laps. Sizemore, Koonsbeck, Ruark, Camden Johnson, the 6 car. In 4th, Jacob Schmer in the 19 has 5th. Side-by-side battle momentarily for 6th. That was Ben Countermarsh in the 16 going around the top side and taking the 6th spot away from Logan Ruark. Dixon Slinger from the back with a damaged car now all the way up to 8th. Cannon Cochran and Carson Ruark in the 05. Rounding out your top 10. Sizemore steadily getting away from these guys. Only car that was even close to him on time was Dixon Slinger. That's the quickest car on the track the last time by. This time, just about identical times. So watch your leader. Start lap number 20. Starting a single file out inside your top 5 or 6 right here. Dixon Slinger right here in 8th. The only car not on the top side, and it's working for him. He is making up time on the bottom. Oh, little contact there coming out of 4 with Countermarsh. Back here and watch these guys side by side. Slinger making the bottom work. Still finding some grip there. Now slides across the nose. 3 wide into turn 1. Logan Roark really drove the 17 in there. He comes up the hill. They're going to be 3 wide again. But Roark from the inside to the outside. Little contact there with Slinger, I think. He jumped up and found the outside fence for just a second. So now Slinger up to 6th. Then Countermarsh, Roark, Cochran, and Ruark. Carson Ruark back here still hanging on to 10th. But Sizemore, 1.6 seconds in front of Kunzbeck. Sizemore still working the bottom. Everybody behind him kind of starting to work on the top until you get back to Slinger. Slinger driving deep into 3 and using the slider line, but in 1 and 2, he is staying married right to that bottom. Finding the moisture on the exit of 2 and gets a great surge right here to run down the backstretch. Just keeps using that line. Contact there. Ooh, that got the 19 car. Jacob Schmer
Caution is out. Caution is
into a lot of trouble that time. You'll see the 51 come into the picture right here. Slider line, not quite clear. Contact right there. That puts the right rear in the fence, pulls the right front around, and now, oh, people don't have anywhere to go. And Camden Johnson? No, it wasn't. It wasn't Camden. I don't know who went for a ride right there, but that was not. Might have been Tupper that went for a little bit of a ride. So right at halfway, we just clicked off the 25th lap. Sizemore, Kunzbeck, Lucas Ruark, Camden Johnson. Slinger's going to the back. Schmer, Countermark, Roark, Cochran, and Davis, and Colson Cochran will make up your top 10. $25 down, $25 to go. Looking like the track is really going to widen out here for these last 25 laps. Going to have to use the very top or the very bottom. I don't think anybody's going to find much in the middle. We'll see how even these two lines become. As they get formed up 2 by 2, ready to go back to green to start lap number 27. Sizemore and Kunzbeck once again. Sizemore had almost 2 seconds worth of lead when that caution came out. We'll see if he can build it back. Green flag, good restart. Both cars off the front row. Watching the 5 car here of Lucas Ruark. Restarted there in the 3rd. Quickly fell back. Is going to continue to fall back. I don't know. The 17 car there of Logan Roark. Entire front nose clip missing. There's a car around. Eric Tupper.
Caution is out. Caution is out.
Into the outside fence. Let's see if we can see what happened to him. Eric Tupper, the 115 car. Oh, got up, bounced himself into the fence a little, and he just left that 12 car. Really, no choice. Had to get into the back of him there, so. Quick cloud of dust and another caution. Not much really changed there. Our 3rd place car different. It's going to be Camden Johnson up to 3rd. As Lucas Ruark I believe. He ends up in a lot of trouble. He got that car into the fence pretty hard down there in turns 3 and 4. So looks like maybe his day finished. 12 cars still on track. 115 of Eric Tupper in the infield as well. Okay, Josh Kunzbeck blinked out for a minute. They're going to go single file and restarts. 2 consecutive starts with disastrous results, and they'll go single file. 22 laps to go. Just waiting for the pace truck to duck off and the green flag to come out of turn 4 for Dustin Sizemore. And he's back on the throttle. Single file restart, much to his advantage. Watching Josh Kunzbeck, Camden Johnston, and Ben Countermarsh right here. Carson Ruart trying to make a run at these guys as well. Sizemore staying on the bottom. Really getting that 11 machine to work well at both ends of the track right here. Already 3/4 of a second. Only a couple of laps into this restart. And now Josh Kunzbeck actually about matching on speed and time. Ben Countermarsh pretty close as well. So the front 3 really less than 1/10 of a second apart on the stopwatch. That time Kunzbeck quicker. A little over 1/2 quicker that time. Camden Johnson trying to stay in the hunt. He's working the top side. Wants to get on the podium. Got to get around Countermarsh though. Countermarsh really keeping the 16 kind of wound up. And he's running very similar times to what the leaders are running. 6:01 to 6:88 first to third. Kunzbeck right in the middle. Now, Sizemore starting to crank it up a little bit. 1/10 that time. Kunzbeck nicked the wall getting into 3. That'll slow him down a good bit. Countermarsh closed up the gap. Got it down under 1/2 second. Second to third here. Dustin Sizemore right now just running away with everything. You see the 76 car of Messamore headed to the infield. Looks like his day about to be done. Colson Cochran, Eric Tupper, Lucas Ruart. So we got about 9 cars still on track. We started with 16.
All right, man.
Caution. Somebody just killed it into the outside wall. That is not... It's Colson Cochran, I think, that did it. Oh, got it up. Yep, turned it, got it into, and then he found the barrels. So we're right at 15 to go. Going to be 14 when we get the green flag. Still all Dustin Sizemore out in front. Josh Kunzbeck, Ben Countermarsh, Camden Johnson, Carson Ruart. Dixon Slinger with that damaged machine up to 6th, but just not as quick as he was before he caught those barrels in turn 4. And I gotta wonder if maybe steering damage on that 51 car. Going to see a Lucas Ruart roll back out here. Ruart going to try to pick up a few spots. Maybe 11th. About as high as he is going to get as Messamore has gotten back on track. Whatever's wrong with that car, they got it fixed. So about 14 to go. Green this time out of turn 4. All right. Hard left for the pace truck. Green flag in hand in the starter stand. It is
Green,
out.
green, green.
14 laps to go. Once again, you see that green and black number 11 go right to the bottom now. Battle for second. Kaudermarsh got alongside Kunspek that time. Now he's going to keep that car there, it looks like. Ooh, close at the line. Kunspek by a hair. Keep our eye here, see if this thing sorts itself out. Now Kunspek goes down to keep the inside covered. The 11K trying to hang on to second. Sizemore about 6/10 this time when we get to the line. Ahead of, make it 3/4 of a second ahead of Kunspek.
All right, man. Caution is out.
And
Caution is out.
caution once again. Looks like maybe Camden Johnson had trouble. He was running pretty good. He run here about 6th or 7th. May get 5th right now. And the 6 car just done. About 10 laps short. Looked like on fuel. He ran out of fuel possibly. A big miscalculation there. So wave around for Lucas Ruark. Light still on the pace truck, so at least one more pace lap. 10 to go. Sizemore, Kunspek, Kaudermarsh, Slinger, Ruark, Cochran, Schmer, Brady. Then Colson, Cochran, 6 laps down. And I believe that is it. Numerous cars into the infield and into their respective haulers as their night is finished. We've got 10 to go here. See if Kunspek has anything for Sizemore. In the closing laps. All right. Clear the truck, the pace truck off of the racing surface. Green flag about to come back out. Sizemore back on the throttle. And a good jump. 3-4 car lengths this time by the time he got to turn 1. Car rolled out of the pits. I thought he was going to stop at the end. That would have triggered another caution. But he went ahead and just rolled it out there nice and slow as we come down to 9 to go right there. Half a second. Kaudermarsh and Kunspek going out again. Kaudermarsh has the top side now. See if the 16 car is in. Here comes Slinger. Slinger back in this. Dixon Slinger. The 51 car already had an intermingling with the 2 implement tires down in the exit or the entrance to pit road down there in 4. He goes by Kunspek. Rockets past him that time. Now looking for second. Oh, contact. Here comes Kunspek back again as Slinger was out of shape for a while. Contact with Kaudermarsh. Podium finishes. Very important to these guys, it looks like, as this 2nd, 3rd, 4th, now 5th place. Carson Ruark. All really starting to do battle. A little bit physical in that battle. They are allowing Dustin Sizemore out to a 2.5 lead. He's going to have 5 to go this time out of turn 4. We're watching 3rd, 4th, and 5th right here as Kunspek now has settled into 2nd. And now Slinger having to work around a lap machine. He gives up 3rd back to Kaudermarsh. And Carson Ruark on the top side in the 05 car. Looks like he is going to take over that 4th position. Bottom may be going away on the track. 4 to go. Sizemore about to get in traffic. That is the very wounded 12 machine of Colson Cochran right there. That car, no nose piece, no hood, smoking. Track officials being very lenient about allowing that car back on the track, I think. Koonspec up to the top, almost clipped the fence. Coudermarsh really trying to make a run at him here. Has closed it down to under 0.4 of a second. 2 laps to go. It is all Sizemore. 1 3/4 seconds out in front.
All right, man. Caution is out.
And caution. Is Dixon Slinger in it again? Dixon Slinger once again making a run through the field. Settles back into 5th here. Goes into the corner. Oh, 05 car of Ruark might have run out of fuel right there, and that collects him up. These guys are trying to keep them tight on fuel. And so a calculation mistake from one driver really hurts another. So we will have an attempt at green-white checker. Just looking to see. It looks like the 12 car of Colson Cochran. Back to the infield. Lucas Ruark still out here. About 5 laps down. 76 of Michael Messamore is shown in 8th. He will move up to 7th. All right, maybe he'll stay in 8th because... Now he'll move up to 7th because Ruark is off track. So a lot of position changes late in this one. So we will get ready to go back to the front. Lights are off on the pace truck. Green, white, checker attempt. Sizemore, Koonspec, Coudermarsh. Your top 3, Jacob Schmurr and Cannon Cochran rounding out the top 5 right now.
Green, green, green.
Green flag in the air. Green, white, checker attempt number 1. Sizemore. Good run right there. Now pulls away a couple of car lengths more down the backstretch from Koonspec. Coudermarsh may have his hands full. White flag in the air. One more time around. This one will end the next time out of turn number 4, regardless of what happens between here and there. We're watching the battle for 3rd. It looks like Sizemore is easily going to pick up the win here. Keeps the car locked in on the bottom. Comes out of turn 4, picks up the checkered flag. Dustin Sizemore, Josh Koonspec, Ben Coudermarsh are your top 3. Schmurr and Cochran in that order. For your top 5. So get the guys around on the front stretch. Park the car, see if everybody is here. I know the top 2 are. I don't know if Ben is in it or not. But if he is, we'll try to chat with him. Sizemore and Koonspec. And we will wait just a moment. We'll get that 33 car out of here. There we go. We can pause that right there. Should be a pretty good shot of everyone. I don't know if Ben is in chat or not. We'll find out in just a moment. We'll see if he gets down here. We can always start. There's Ben. We'll just grab Ben and move him regardless. All right, here we go. Ben Coudermarsh, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Good run for you. Kept that car inside the top 5 pretty much the entire feature there. A little rough and tumble. Tell us about what was going on the track.
Yeah, I didn't know coming into this, but this series is running a weight penalty. So I basically started over from scratch, and it's incredible how much it changes these cars. So I basically fought the thing all night long, trying to find the fastest line away around the track, and it was pretty even all the way across the board, bottom to top. So just kind of fought our way through, and luckily to get up with a third place finish with a little bit more time in it. Hopefully we can figure it out for next week.
Yeah, it looked like the track did a lot of changing too, and that probably is not a huge help when you're trying to figure out how to countermand a weight penalty there. How much change did you see in the track from the start of the feature to the end?
Really not too much. I mean, it was pretty consistent all the way through. I mean, it just slicked off like any other track does, but it was interesting how, like Dustin, and congratulations to him, man. I know he works really hard. He's been on here forever. Congratulations on the win, buddy. But he had that thing working on the bottom, and I couldn't get mine to work down there, and usually I'm really good. So there was definitely something different about the way the cars were that Dustin figured out pretty quick. So congratulations to him.
All right, man. Well, I'm sure you got a couple of shout-outs before we let you get out of here and celebrate a great podium run.
Yeah, I'd like to thank my crew chief, Jeff, Reliable Energy Solutions, Newton Cattle Farmers Racing, Hustler Button Boxes, Turn 2 crew, and everybody at Toter Family Racing. Thanks for all your help.
All right, Ben. Thanks for chatting with us. Look forward to seeing you next week, buddy.
Thanks.
Third place finisher, Ben Kautermarsh. Make sure I say that clearly because I don't want people to think I'm trying to mispronounce that on purpose. Let's get Josh Kunzbeck in here. Josh, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, a great run, man. You kept that car in the top 3, and you had a lot of challengers come up alongside you there. Tell us about your feature run tonight.
Oh, yeah, there was a lot of fast guys. I set myself up pretty good in the heat race, 4th to 1st, and that put us on the front row for the feature. I knew Sizemore was pretty fast. I watched him in the heat race. He was pretty quick. 16 was pretty quick, too. 20 and the 16 got into it, and I just kind of drove under him, kind of held my own. I knew I didn't really have nothing for Sizemore, so I just wanted to race for second.
Well, still a great run. You keep that 11K up at the front pretty near every week. And I said that at the beginning of the show, consistency is going to be the key to picking up a championship in this series, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, no doubt. I mean, if you can run up front in all these races, you'll set yourself up pretty good for the end. All
right, man, a fantastic run. Who do you got on the car helping you out before we let you get out of here?
Sam's Vending, Hammered Outdoors, Weld Wheels, Carden for putting this league together, my buddy Lucas, we worked on setups a little bit, Cannon, all the Dietwater boys, and definitely my girlfriend.
All right, man. Well, thanks for chatting with us. Look forward to seeing you in the small blocks here in just a little bit.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
All right. Your second place finisher, Mr. Josh Kunzbeck. And now on to our winner. And he pretty much, from the beginning of the evening, took this thing by the horns and held on to it the whole time. Dustin Sizemore, you got a copy?
Yeah, I can hear you. How's it going, Wagner?
Pretty good, man. You looked very smooth, very quick out there. Looked like you had a line and you weren't going to move off of it all night long. Tell us, you were able to figure out the weight penalty pretty quick here. How did that come about?
I don't know, man. I just like a real tight car, so when the bottom's dominant, it really plays into my favor. I was kind of hoping it didn't go to the top there because I hadn't got to try it out yet up there. But luckily for me, it stayed low, and I was able to pull off the win. Good to see you, man. It's been a while.
Yeah, been quite a while. You looked good out there tonight, and, man, those guys didn't have anything at all. A couple of seconds there. And every time you'd get out to one of those big leads, we'd catch a caution, a little bit of frustration start to set in.
I didn't hear the last thing you said there.
I asked, was there a little bit of frustration that starts to set in when you start to get such a big lead and then caution brings everybody back on top of you?
Roger, you know as well as I do, you get used to that on iRacing.
Well, you had a great run tonight, man, and you made the 11 car look good out there picking up the win. Who do you got sponsoring you before we let you celebrate a big victory?
Man, first off, want to dedicate this first league win this year to my mother. I lost her December 8th. She passed away, and it's been really tough. I've been off for a few months. I think this is my 4th or 5th day back on, but this is for you, Mama. Want to thank all my guys over at Reaper Speed Inc. I'm going through a transition here. I just changed teams. Went from MDM over to Reaper, and I I'm always going to run the Speed Inc. flag, so we changed the name over to Reaper Speed Inc. I want to thank my guys over there, Holbert, Miller, Davis, Brent Bacon, just all those guys, man. It's been a real smooth transition, real good group of guys to run with. I want to thank my sponsor, Jansen Dirt Media. Finally able to get him a podium finish. It's been a while. And want to thank Scouts Race Wraps, Mimi's Makings in Motion, and want to thank NDRA for putting on a good league, and you guys for the great broadcast. Appreciate it. It's good to see you, Wagner.
All right, man. Well, it has been a while. It is good to hear from you. Congratulations on a great victory. Are you going to run the mods here in a little bit?
No, I'm not a modified guy. We'll let them have that.
One trick pony, huh?
Yeah, well, no. I mean, I do quite a bit on dirt. Just mods are too ugly for me to sit in.
I'm going to leave that one completely alone. But I appreciate you taking the time to chat with us, man. I look forward to seeing you back in here next week, buddy.
It's good seeing you, Wagner. Take care of yourself, man. You're doing a good job here.
Appreciate it. Your winner, Dustin Sizemore. Let's run through our official results. Dustin Sizemore picks up the win. Josh Kunchbeck in second. Ben Cowdermarsh comes home third. Jacob Schmier in fourth. Cannon Cochran fifth. Steve Brady was sixth. Seventh to Michael Messamore. Carson Ruark brings the 05 machine back on track and moves it all the way from a disappointing 15th or 16th finish into an 8th position finish after some work in the work area. Dixon Slinger, 9th. Lucas Ruark was 10th. Colson Cochran, 11th. Camden Johnston finishes 12th. 13th to Eric Tupper, 14th. Logan Ruark. Alan Davison, 15th. And then Peyton Anderson, Chris Ledford, and Brett Riles did not even start the race, so they will be credited with the last 3 spots. That'll do it for show number 1 for NDRA. We'll be back in about 30-40 minutes here to do their small block modifieds. That from Kokomo. Don't miss out. Tune back in. We will go back live about 10 after the hour, which is going to be about 5 Eastern. So be sure you check that out. And then don't forget tonight, Dirt Kings with Dominic Santina. They will be back in action about 9 Eastern. So if you don't tune in for the next show here, tune in for that one for sure. Until we see you the next time, guys, for Dominic Santina and myself, everybody keep it dirty.